We made a weird movie, guys.
You think?
I was just kind of doing whatever without thinking about it too hard. And we've
But
gone
then
to
all of
a
our-
weird place.
When you just let people go free reign, they inevitably like zoom in on their like preferred brand of bullshit. Just goes places.
I just came back on preferred brand of bullshit. Are you talking about me?
All of us.
Yeah, I was saying this movie is weird and went places, and Clove says we all zoomed in on our particular brand of weird bullshits.
This is me and Arden. I'm sorry.
I think the only thing I've been doing wrong is I haven't been too connected to this game or the main story. But
I really want Spade's Diamond to come in and like save the day. Like I really hope that Spade can kill.
I'm kind
Ambrose and like I don't know, like maybe crash the ship into an uninhabited planet and like populate it with bennies. I don't know. That's my thought.
I mean, I've been hoping. Like, I'm not going to say I'm out of hope. I'm really hoping on this final bid, if you may.
Yeah.
I guess.
Thanks.
I've got some really good bids left.
And while we're doing this, I'd like to thank everyone who backed during this. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
I have not seen how much has been backed yet.
We're up to 2447. We were
Nice.
at 2100 at the beginning of today.
Hooray!
Hell yeah!
Hi, I'm
That's
back
a lot for just
Nearly
a couple
50%
hours.
funded.
Now to do this every single night. Next week.
I'll do it.
I would.
And when the VODs go up, this will be even better when people can watch in with leisure.
The thing is, like, this is really fun. Like, if we had started earlier, I would be down to keep going. Like, it's really fun.
It's also a really good game.
It
just
been
takes a
having
little
so much
longer than I
fun.
always expect it to, but that's fine.
Yeah, it really takes like 4 hours if you have a bunch of hams like us.
Yeah.
And like
to make
a
each of our
bonus
teams matter.
plate.
And a bonus ham. Clove. Yes. Yvette.
Yeah.
Coming here to steal our hearts.
God, how long did I say did the last final bid go for? Because remember, it was like, holy shit, this is a lot. I think it was like
4 hours.
It was like 3.5, 4 hours.
3.5, 4.
It was at least 4 hours. Yes.
Okay,
Well,
are we ready to start?
Yeah.
Going again?
I'm ready.
Ready. Yeah,
Great.
what do you do
have
next?
your first almost kill.
Okay,
Well-
can I do a major scene or is this a minor scene?
It's still minor scenes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
After everyone's done one minor scene, anyone may choose to do a major scene. So.
Okay.
We're still
I got
on
it.
minor scenes for round 2.
Okay, cool. I got it. I'm gonna go get Killer out of. Or wait, no, you already escaped. That's right. You already escaped.
I'm hecking out of here. I'm on the common
You're
already.
just fucking gone. Well, I'm gonna
Already.
still disguise as Epsilon, or do I have to give that up since I used it?
No, you can still have it. Just
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go follow him down to the planet's surface. So that's
Even
like just
if I see you, I will just think you are another clone.
exactly. It's
So
perfect.
the way bids work is you can only place each bid once, but now that
Oh,
you
but
are
you still have
disguised as
them.
so Epsilon Cleo disguise won't like do something again. But you can
Okay.
stay as Epsilon Cleo until you feel like changing.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. Thank you for clarifying. So yeah, I'm gonna still as him. I'm gonna mosey on down to the like comet surface and like see what's going on. So I'm just leaving. Like that's it. I don't need to do
You're
anything big for my
following
scene.
me,
Yeah.
but I don't know you're there. I'm not in the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this is a solo scene, you can then seize resources to put anything you want on your sheet.
Sure.
Since you are playing as the beast, it could be an evolution thing that you just don't tell everyone about.
Ooh.
You can just evolve a new thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right.
And that's just for me.
Yep. You don't have to tell us until later.
Okay,
Just
cool.
write it on your sheet.
All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep things moving because I have Yeah, because my poor husband needs to...
We've been a little slow today. That's okay.
It's okay. All right.
Tangents.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Welcome.
All right, so DeVac, we're finally on the comet for you to give your speech and your big moment. Like you gave your speech, but...
we have the preamble of that we've attached to the comet. I think we can take out the comet is coming from our setting info because we're on it.
Okay. Well, I mean, would you like that to be your opening bid here? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And I think that the investors and such, anyone other than the elite team that I've assembled are back on the, they're on the ship. They're watching this happen. They're watching us do this, and they can't really see what's going on. They can just see like a bunch of equipment, and it kind of obscures like the hole that's being drilled, like laser cut into the ground after we locate it. I, of course, am in a very stylish spacesuit, the kind of like 1960s style where it's just kind of a bodysuit with a fishbowl on your head.
Yeah.
And then, well, I mean, everybody's here who wants to be here. I think Killer's here. Ambrose is here. You all are both kind of here in secret. Killer, I hired you to be here, so you...
Yeah, I'm basically here. Like, hey, what's up? I have some ideas for my bids as well.
I'm somewhere in the walls.
Spade Diamond's in the ducts. I kind of wanted him to be here to help me break into this coffin. Where's Benny?
Under a chandelier.
Benny is unconscious under a chandelier.
Not entirely dead.
And assumedly being dragged to one of the many med bays.
I'm here.
I mean, we have a bunch of... Thank you, Benny. We have a bunch of healing stations on the ship, Benny. This is what we do, Benny.
I'm doing a thing with my next minor scene.
Benny. All right. So it's a little bit... A lot of like minor character scientists are with me, even though my major character scientists apparently don't want to make themselves seen.
We're all AWOL.
Killer's here. I'm gonna be like making.
Who says a maid can't
like,
also be a scientist?
Exactly.
And an undercover
here.
bounty hunter.
You're operating the laser cutter. Yeah, it's all good.
What if she's just one model of a line of robot clones? So it's just like a consistent. It's just they're just all Yvette.
Oh, it's the Yvette line of robo-maids?
Oh, you're a Detroit Become Human? Is that what you'd like to be? Would you like to be?
Back it up. Back to being an alien. It's fine.
No, ma'am.
She can be a hive mind. Maybe like she's.
We can be robots without being Detroit.
Can we anymore in this new landscape?
I'm going with it's like a Nurse Joy situation, but like an alien species.
Is every vampire sparkly these days, DeVac?
Well, one of you, Nurse Joyce, has to go help it.
Prime. Okay. On it.
Another one of you is on the planet surface with me as I'm making a big show of gathering this sample, and the scene. So the scene is going to be the Baron's fall, right? Maybe, I mean, if I kind of get a minor scene, then it's like this kind of build up, but the fall, which is, so I'm definitely going to make Killer open so we find like a Giger-esque, there's two sort of cylinders. They look very old, like maybe they're like black and wrinkly, kind of like a Prometheus kind of a thing. But the skin is like semi-transparent. You can see that there are figures. There are figures in there, and they remind you, if you were here, they remind you a bit of our pal Ambrose. They remind you quite a bit of our pal Ambrose, and I definitely make Killer, who is a robot, like insert the specimen gathering device, which just like cuts like a cube, like it goes in, closes, makes a cube, and then pulls back out.
And then
everything's going according to plan.
Hooray.
Good.
Do you guys like to
I
place
mean,
bids?
When suddenly, who would like to place a bid?
I will place a bid for a set of traps, one obvious, one subtle, and one undetectable, and a mobility aid, which is going to be some yet unseen rocket booster technology that's under my cool coat.
Which of those 3 traps
They're
do you
your
want to
heels.
use first, right now?
Oh,
You don't
let's
have to
see
use them all
here.
at once.
I wasn't actually going to use them in this. Well, let's see. Let's just say I was going to go somewhere else with my mobility aid and then use my traps.
Sure. You gonna deploy all of them at once?
I might. You know, you kind of have to make sure the job is done. You know. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going to put up. I'll also put up the Iliad as on station.
Hello? What are
Hi.
you doing with my boat?
What? Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna
I
add
also,
immortality from the setting info.
I want to buy in also.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
here.
you do.
Yeah, I'm here.
As a Cleo clone.
You probably want to use perhaps Ambrose was immortal
Yeah,
for this scene.
I sure do. Okay. Yeah, I want to use that. And then I would also like to raise my superior strength. Can you raise? You can raise twice.
You can raise twice.
Yeah.
Okay. I would also like to raise my special knife that I took, so that the healing gun and sword, or I guess just healing sword or whatever. So
can
I
It's
wanna
not a
split
heal.
those up.
It's just a sword.
Okay, well, I just want to raise that cool knife that I took. I mean, I don't really need it, but, like, you know. I don't really need it because I have teeth that are very sharp.
But this makes it symbolic.
Yeah,
This adds poetry to the whole
Yeah,
beast
exactly.
thing.
It's much cooler to lick a knife than your teeth.
yeah.
Oh, I'll raise the healing gun then.
Don't you already got 3?
Oh yeah, sorry. I added the history of Concordia 7 to my things that I've bet.
Yeah.
So another fun thing about this power is that as in this fall, I get to say who I
I thought it was a major scene as well.
I thought this was it.
You said it was DeVac's turn for a major scene, and then we were going to
Did
do
I?
the fall of...
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's time for the fall.
Alright, it's a
I
major
said-
scene. I can skip my minor scene. That's fine.
I alluded to
Yeah,
like
Betty
the
just gets
whole.
up.
No, that's fine. I'm sorry.
No, I mean,
I'm
then he
tired.
just gets up. That's his scene.
Let's accelerate after this and continue with this scene.
Yes.
Okay.
I get a minor scene after your major scene first anyway, so I'll do my stuff then. No problem.
Okay. So in the fall, I there's an important part before I read the rest of the description, which is tell us who you blame for your problems. You gain the resource I have a grudge against blank, and they cannot win the scene that you bid that resource in.
No!
Oh, shit.
No!
Killer. Wait.
I'm assuming you have a grudge against Ambrose. Just a
Yeah.
heart.
No!
Yeah, that
I
sounds
wanted
about
to
right.
win.
Actually,
Yay! Now I want to make my pitch for my stuff being clever and also terrifying, because maybe I already set those 3 traps in 3 locations that I have been before. Were you paying close enough attention, viewers?
Go back and re-listen to each one. Find the hints.
Several months from now.
After we edit it all in.
Yeah, thank you.
and before so yeah, I think that's it because if we can't raise any more things,
Damn it.
then
get
I
you.
think that's it because I don't really need to raise like killers in my like these things we know anyway as part of the scene. I will say that the reason I raised History of Concordia 7 and Immortality is as you tell us the scene, Ikks, as to what happens. It's not gonna work. It doesn't work on me.
Oh dear. Well, here's
It's
how I
made
saw
to-
it playing
it's
out.
made to work on Ambrose.
Well, isn't that a shame?
No.
feel like- Killer is going to look at the specimen that they got out with your special specimen gun, and it's like, so this is what you need to make all your plans come true, huh? I'm just like, nods, all right, slowly hands it over. It's just like, unbeknownst to the viewer, maybe when we flash back to this later, we'll see that one of the traps, the undetectable one, was placed on that. And we're just going to say that it's a very, very tiny explosive device. Just whenever you need to not have that in your hands anymore in the next few minutes to come, I suppose. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I think now that you have the thing in hands, now would it be a good time for you to activate the immortality within and realize that it doesn't work for you?
Yeah, so Epsilon's like, finally, and he can't hold it back. He's like, this is the moment. Like, here we go. It's finally happening, and he tests it on himself. This is one of the Epsilons with the gem, though. So maybe that's why it doesn't work. But it doesn't work because if you read it was a bad translation, frankly. He found the coordinates, and he was able to synthesize the regeneration capacity from Ambrose's DNA, but the original progenitors. The oldest members of the race of the Litholytes.
Yes.
That sounds right.
Ejected Superman style from the death of their home planet, cryogenically frozen on a comet going through space. Their DNA was supposed to hold the key to immortality, to the immortality and the resilience that was lost over time, over the millennia of their descendants. But it does not merge with Epsilon's DNA as human being, and he stands there in disbelief as it doesn't work, as his new great invention failed in front of all of the investors.
Oh, thank God.
and everyone here. The cracks are starting to come undone. He's going mad. His plans are falling apart, and he is determined that he will never lose his fortune. This is all Ambrose's fault. If Ambrose had agreed to the board position, then none of this would have happened.
So it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at that point, Killer just like nods slowly and like raises their terrifying arm and like fires up the terrifying mechanism. And at that point, Ambrose, also realizing that it didn't work, just kind of like leaps in from the crowd with a cool knife and superior strength at the ready. And I think at this point, Killer is going to be like, oh, okay, looks like this one might kind of resolve itself. All right, that's kind of it's convenient, and just kind of fire up those jet back. I'm going to say like jetpack on the back
Jet
built
heels.
into the chassis.
They're jet heels.
I don't know if you
Aren't we
twisted
all
my arm.
heels
They're
right
jet
now?
heels.
We're on heels.
And now I'm a jet wheel because I'm flying away. All right, so I'm going to fly back to the ship. And as I go, I'm going to detonate the trap that I set on that specimen that I got for Cleo. And I think it is going to be potent enough to, well, probably further damage Cleo after being attacked by Ambrose. And I think also deal a pretty heavy blow to Ambrose, seeing as
If only Ambrose was near some kind of healing.
was immortal.
Oh yeah, if only I was near some sort of
Healing
healing
power,
resource that worked
ancient-
by people.
Hey, I didn't say you can't win next turn. My only thing was apparently I'm not allowed to let you win this turn.
That's fair.
So you got knocked ass over tea kettle, but you can still fuck us all up next turn, champ. I believe in you. But yeah, I'm just gonna be flying back to the ship, and you know that Iliad that's on the station? Ooh, that's a nice ship. Bye.
That's mine. That's
Bye.
mine.
Let's see. I'm gonna say that.
You're the worst assassin. I don't know why
gonna
everyone
say
likes
that
you so much. Came so highly recommended. I'm leaving you like a really mad Yelp review, by the way.
Look,
Oh my god.
that's a clone. Sorry. I have to go take care of the cloning device. And I think I'm going to say that the obvious and the subtle traps were, let's see, probably the obvious one would have been planted in that room where the police car was crashed, because it doesn't really matter if anybody notices it there anyway. There's kind of a whole lot of other mess to deal with in that room before anybody can clean up a time bomb.
Sure.
And let's say the subtle one is going to be in the inner sanctum where this fucker killer was hanging around so long.
Good. Great. Perfect.
Yeah, so as Killer is firing up the engines on the Iliad, they just like flick 2 more switches on their arm or something, and 2 more huge blasts shake the station as their ship starts to pull away.
All right.
And, yeah, that'll be my turn.
So are you also gone?
My ship is pulling away, but it's like a big old fancy
My
ass
ship.
Cadillac. It's
Yeah.
Ambrose's ship. I feel like someone is probably going to shoot me out of the sky because that's generally how these things go.
Yeah.
But I'm in a ship and I blew up your ship. Is basically what I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Okay.
the Cleo on the surface is probably fucking dead. But the original Cleo on the station is somewhere, probably about to be dead, but not dead yet.
Yeah, I just like blew up. I really just did my best to put the time bomb next to all the machines that looked like they were doing the most work when you were getting revived. Like all the things that were humming the most and had the most lights going off. I figured, okay, those are probably the most important ones. That's basically Killer's whole technological sense is, oh, those ones are blinking a lot.
Right. So we can't make more clones, but where's Cleo? I hope someone will tell me.
Okay. All right. So Benny's minor scene, which I would very much like to take, because I got shenanigans to do.
Go for it.
Oh, I just noticed I froze the chat box again because I accidentally minimized Discord. Don't do that, Jake. Bad idea. Okay.
Dang it, Clove.
So as explosions rock the ship, Benny wakes up from under the chandelier and is like, "Oh no!" And crawls out from under it, and he's bleeding and he's looking bad, and he runs off to the inner sanctum that he's supposed to protect, and there's supposed to be 5 guys there at all times. And the 5 guys are gone because it exploded. But Benny
This
gets
is actually-
to the inner sanctum.
This
And
is
he
very
looks out the
thematically
floating-
appropriate because I actually did have 5 guys for dinner, so I just chewed them right up.
And like Benny, you try to open the door, but you there's like a steel door that's been lowered because it's just a gaping hole in the ship, right?
Yeah.
And it's just space out there. And there's blood in the
Well,
space.
no. I was thinking something cooler. So you open the door, and the big H.R. Geiger-esque machinery is blown up, but it's regenerating from all the blood of the 5 guards.
Oh.
And Benny hops in there to check that everything's okay, and he gets his foot caught.
No, Benny.
And he becomes the new imprint for the clones. And 2 Bennies pop out of the machine.
He does not know what's going on.
The resource that I'm seizing is that there are now immortal Benny clones.
Wow. I'm glad.
That's so good.
This is amazing.
Benny deserves it.
Can we have a brief aside of another Epsilon, the original Epsilon Cleo, on the opposite side of the cylinder in a dark room, banging on a control panel, going, "What the fuck? What the fuck?"
No, I feel like the original Epsilon Cleo is probably in the imprinting tube next to Benny. So now it makes clones of both Benny
I
and
imagine him
Cleo.
as alive.
What
and
if the
somewhere
original
else.
Epsilon is somewhere across the room in a ratty bathrobe and they haven't shaved in weeks because they've just been doing everything through their clones anyway?
Yeah, no, he'd look a mess. Yeah, absolutely.
Has Cleo been playing the MMO for several weeks now?
That's why he did this.
Yeah. But, of course, so the Benny clone pops out with the gem in his chest. and with the fancy black suit and red shades that the first Cleo started in. At the beginning
Perfect.
of the movie.
No, Benny.
Yes.
Oh no! Now there's 2 of me!
I love your fucking Mickey Mouse voice also. Like,
They say it at the same time.
hey fellas, does someone mention the door to the darkness?
So am I in there with you or no?
Yeah,
You
you
want me
can
to
be
be
in
in
here
there?
if you want. We can make this a proper scene instead of a solo scene. But I was thinking it was a solo scene where I just got this resource that I
Okay.
seized.
Then I'm somewhere else on the ship. Then.
Okay.
Like
Like
being
we could definitely
what the
have
fuck?
the original Cleo knows this has happened.
Yeah, or something has gone wrong, but I don't think he knows that it's Benny.
The second
don't want him
Benny
to know
has
that
the
it's
boob
Benny.
window turtleneck.
But he's like, all the clones are like rapidly trying to figure out how to change the settings on the
Oh no,
device.
this isn't my uniform! I hate this!
God bless you, Benny.
So that's my minor scene. I wanted to have that happen before everything kicked off with the comet, but it's fine here. This is good. This is arguably better because it gives me a better excuse for why the cloning machine fucked up.
It's
Yeah, and
still
it, like,
gonna-
It's very
The
good.
explosion like severed its connection with the rest of the ship, so
Yeah.
like it's making Benny's.
All right, who's the next minor scene?
The next
that
minor
would be-
scene is Ikks.
All right, I have a really quick solo one then. While Killer is kind of drifting away from the station in their ill-gotten spaceship gains.
I mean, Ambrose wants to buy in and try to steal it.
I mean, yeah, that could very easily possibly happen, but assuming nobody else buys in, I'm going to just have Killer aim the cannons at, like, the engines of the station, not the docking clamps. The plan being, well, that thing's on a collision course with the sun anyway, so this all kind of takes care of itself nicely, as long as I just make sure there are no survivors.
Yeah?
Just kind of blasting out as many engines as possible, or at least locking the targeting computer on to all the visible engines. And if nobody wants to introduce or interrupt, then the resource I would like to seize is like targeted computers at the ready. I'm doing it.
I don't really have. I'd like to, but I don't think it's feasible for right now. I
think my
Also-
space station probably has some kind of defenses, but like not enough to stop you from shooting at it with a bunch of weapons from a
Alien spaceship.
friggin' yeah,
Yeah.
a litholite vessel.
Alright.
They definitely try their best though.
And that's what counts. Alrighty. Next scene, Riley.
All
How's
right.
Spade doing after that?
Hey Spade, what's good?
Not a lot, turns out.
Hold on, I gotta pick up my guts. Ugh. Ugh.
Shove him back in there.
All right. Well, I think Spade managed to get lucky and landed in a medical area.
I mean, most of the ship is medical areas.
Yeah. Well, so it very minor.
It's like one of those Sims houses where every room is a bathroom.
It's
I'll
amazing
make
how
these.
many people are managing to die on this ship full of healing stations.
I'm working as hard as I can.
And Spade isn't that smart at all, and yet somehow he found the healing station. So I'm going to go ahead and seize the resource bandaged by science.
Well, you aren't even injured, actually, because you spent your resources as a reason to live, so you can,
Oh,
you can
right.
take something else. You can do something with this scene.
Ooh, how about I take instead an emergency, like a stim pack or something?
The healing gun from the setting
Do
information.
you want the healing gun?
Oh, that'd be good, yes.
Alright, you now have the healing gun.
Yes, more weapons. Oh my god,
Not a weapon.
turning into Gilgamesh from Final Fantasy.
That's not the Gilgamesh I wanted to be here.
Alright, are you doing anything else with that scene?
Just a quick camera as he looks out and sees the action happening with the comet, and starting to drop his cocky demeanor a bit, so we'll get into that when his scene comes up.
All right, yeah, things are going bad real fast. Arden, your minor scene.
Okay. I can't think of anything to do for a minor scene.
Find me.
Minor scenes are skippable, by the way. If you don't want to do anything, you don't have to do anything.
No, I want to find the original Epsilon. That's what I want to do for my thing.
Yes.
Okay. Where are you?
I'm at the bottom of the cylinder. Like the cloning apparatus was at the top of the cylinder. I'm at the bottom. And am I trapped? Am I trapped because of the explosion? Maybe. Might be.
Maybe. Who knows? Yes.
I think I've been trying like to get out like for this whole time that all this other stuff has been happening.
Yeah, but you're just like,
and like I finally like very weak and very weak atrophied gamer body
very weak
managed to like wedge the door open and like collapse and like fall out, and then I look up
and there's me,
and Ambrose,
Looking all sexy.
and here I am. With like fucking like John Carpenter's The Thing like mutations at this point. Like it's like I was disguised as you, but it's like falling apart with all of like the new mutations that I've taken on. Like it's just like this kind of horrifying like it just looks like an ill-fitting like suit, but it's like actual skin. And it's gross and cool. So yeah, I want to find it. So okay, so that's found. And then in minors, can I murder someone?
You can try, yes.
Okay, I want to kill
What's
you.
your opening bid?
Okay, my opening bid is that I know the ship's layout, so you don't have a place to run from me.
Oh, that's good.
I think my opening bid is gonna be that we were in love at one point.
Yeah.
My opening bid is a simple blaster, as you get shot in the back. Benny's here to save their boss.
Benny, no.
I'll kill you too.
Benny.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm betting a simple blaster.
Okay. I will raise my armored skin.
Oh, dang, that's smart.
Man, I was gonna like try to do something with like more knowledge of the ship, but like Ambrose knows the ship too. So if I try to say like, oh, I know where there are escape pods for Benny, like so do you.
Yeah.
You know all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
going to raise a complicated manual. I've read all the boss's books about the Alitholites, and I know all about your weaknesses.
I'm gonna raise my overzealous fan club.
Okay. I can raise one more time, right?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to raise I'm going to raise to appeal to Benny's like sympathy, because I want to tell him about the wrongs that Epsilon has done to me and my people.
Okay. I would like to bid the most powerful thing on my playbook. A mistake waiting to happen.
Oh, great.
I vote for Benny.
I'm adding allergic to peanuts because fuck me up.
You've heard your boss, Benny. Fuck him up.
Oh, God.
Fuck me up, fam. I'm ready.
I'm voting for myself.
In space,
I'm voting for
nobody
Ambrose.
has your EpiPen.
No. Don't say that. In real life, everyone who uses EpiPens out there, there will be one, and hopefully it'll get better for you.
Do they have
That's
EpiPens
a real
on the
thing
space
that's very
station?
scary for a lot of people, and it's not good to make light of
All
it.
right,
It's a
Riley,
very
you're the
scary, real
tiebreaker
thing.
vote. Because me and
They
Ikks are
have
voting for
EpiPens
me,
in
and
space.
Epsilon and Ambrose are voting for Ambrose.
Oh, shit. So,
Benny or Ambrose?
Alright, and you wrote down all the things so I can look.
Ambrose is pretty terrifying.
Ambrose is terrifying. I really love that a mistake waiting to happen, but unfortunately I gotta vote for Ambrose.
Yes.
All right.
Can't figure out if they have EpiPens on the ISS.
A mistake
Sorry.
waiting to happen could be what saves Benny.
It could
It
be.
could be.
We'll think about
Maybe.
it.
Maybe. Or the fact that he's immortal now.
Yeah, that might also do the trick.
Yeah,
well, you're
here's-
not.
I didn't
The
even
clone
bet
could be
the
killed,
clone.
but it's gonna keep making more of them.
Yeah,
you
this
know?
is also just one Benny. The other Bennies aren't involved. So none of you even know that there are more Bennies.
Can I suggest a movie title?
Yes.
Give a Benny, take a Benny.
God damn it!
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay.
Back to the show!
So, so Epsilon is. What is Epsilon? Does he actually look like shit? Like his body
Yeah.
okay,
yeah. I mean, he's. Don't worry. He's still hot. But he's got like the
He's that
movie
rugged
style, like
hot.
overgrown beard, but it's still like really trimmed for some reason because it's a movie.
Yeah.
And he's like wearing a robe, but it's it's really nice. It's nice. Like his hair is too long and messed up in his face, and maybe his glasses are cracked.
Yeah, it's that.
He looks a
rugged-
mess. He's got like dark circles.
Also,
Yeah, his
the
roots-
beard
his roots are
reveals
showing.
that his
Has
natural
not
hair color is
moisturized.
actually.
Yeah. His roots are coming in.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
No. Oh no. Absolutely. No. That's absolutely a dye job, just like me in real life.
It's okay. Me too. So Ambrose, is just standing over him. Claws out, teeth out. Looks great.
I am forcibly removed from the space station.
I'm forcibly removed from the space station. But stands over and grabs Epsilon by the collar of his robe, and pulls him up to his feet, and is like, "I was never going to let you get away with this for what you did to me, and what you're trying to do to my people."
And then pew, you get shot in the back, and it just bounces off. It does
It just-
nothing.
Bounces off.
Out of hand, my boss. I'll do it again.
Ambrose turns and starts speaking to Benny, and is like, my people, the people of Concordia 7 kept ourselves sequestered, and we kept our whole planet hidden because we knew that the ability for us to alter our DNA was so strong that it could endanger everyone else. But I was a member of our royal family, and I insisted on coming out here and making contact with the world because I thought that we could gain more from meeting other people and other species and sharing our resources than by sequestering ourselves. And this man proved to me completely wrong. So
Pew,
do
I
not
shoot
get
again,
in my
and it
way.
bounces off.
Okay, fine.
Benny, no! Benny, get out of here! This isn't about you. Get off! No, get out of the ship, Benny. Get into the escape pod while I have him distracted.
And then how do you want to die? How are we gonna do this?
Well, I think my outpouring of emotional concern for Benny makes you pause. But then the reason I included the Overzealous fan club is that immediately my phone blows up and it says booty call on it, and you're like, fuck this guy.
I just ripped your fucking head off.
Well, the peanuts, you have to evolve.
Oh god, that's the idea of
You alter your DNA to have that of a
Peanut
peanut,
poisoned
and then you
claws.
punch them.
I made
Punch them with
my,
peanut fists, so they swell up like allergy and
I
also
made
like
my
punches.
my claws. I made my clawsies peanut flavored.
Peanut oil.
Thank
They
you.
secrete peanut oil.
They're covered in peanut oil, and
It's a
just
little
bad.
too gross for Benny. He maybe takes off at that point.
yeah, I
Yvette
would.
watches.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
Oh.
I forgot Yvette's always there.
Always here.
God damn it.
Jesus.
But yeah, and it's a gruesome, peanutty, but also gory because there's claws involved, death. It's a most undignified way for someone like Epsilon Cleo to go, and that makes Ambrose very happy.
Yeah,
If I may offer a counter suggestion, it's like a Mortal Kombat 3 explosion where the person deflates and a dozen skulls burst out of the body instead.
God.
I mean, that does make sense for clone stuff.
This Epsilon also has no gem. So
Yeah.
that's how you know
this
it's
is
the
the
original one. And he, I think he dies in disbelief, right? Like, he never even apologizes. He never tries to apologize. Like, he dies in utter disbelief.
Yeah, no, he's a man.
His
Like,
plan didn't work.
he's a man. He's not going to
I just need to
apologize.
make that clear.
Okay, yes.
Rest in
One
fucking
down.
pieces.
All right.
I took a drink for you.
Like, pour one out for my homie.
Pour one
No one should feel sympathetic to Epsilon Cleo.
I feel bad that someone so hot had to die.
Wow.
Hot people always die.
I
know.
hope people say
don't
that at
trust
my
them.
funeral.
Oh, that's a good one. I
Poor
like it.
Cleo, too hot to die.
So DeVac, it is your minor scene now. If
I'm
you would like
dead.
to take it.
You get to you get to influence the scene, though.
I don't know how
I'll
how
take
many
it.
clones are still left of Epsilon Cleo.
Oh, no,
Probably not very many.
I feel like they all die. Like, they all like wither. They all like, Mr. Stark, what's happening to me? Because the
You
machine
can't do
is
that.
broken and Epsilon's dead.
They all like
Oh,
liquefy
so this
dust.
is really
but-
bad.
And maybe that's the
mortality if
scene.
The original dying ends it.
I think, well, no, it's not so much the original dying. It's Benny being in control
Oh, Benny stole the
of the
clones.
machine.
Right.
Yeah.
What if all the Epsilon clones like whoop, 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 and now they're Benny?
Don't make them together in the
Oh god, they
Benny.
all turned into Benny.
they all turn into Benny in like a comical way, right? It's like a lot of wiggling, and that's the scene. That's the minor scene of
Full on,
just
like,
like
Nutty
showing them like
Professor.
whoop, 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 and now they're all
Everyone-
Bennies.
Everyone, if I may be the first to say, I don't know about this fucking movie.
I give it a 5. I give it a rotten score.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think that's like a 23% on Rotten Tomatoes?
I think 23 is generous.
It's the
No, it's
totally
got, like, the two
spies
diehard
of
fans who
sci-fi
love it.
films. And that it's way too horny for its own good and made by a French production studio.
Jesus.
French Canadian.
It's Yvette.
French
Yvette is
Canadian.
the-
Yvette's the producer.
Oh, what if she's played by like the producer's kid?
That's why she's there.
That's why
Yeah.
she never dies or. It's,
Anyway, Gnome, what are you gonna do with your newfound Bennies?
That's a good question. So I placed the major scene. Actually, we should mark who's done that.
Yeah.
Riley and Arden still have to place major scenes.
Oh God.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be.
We're at the 3rd hour.
Yeah, I know.
I-
At this point, major scenes are skippable.
Okay. I'm very satisfied with this end game.
I feel like we should just go into one final. Let's
Do the final scene.
Yeah, like-
Yeah,
let's
it's just
change the
like-
rules a little bit and do the
I
final
kinda
scene.
wa-
combination
like,
of the final scenes.
My thing is, I kind of want to do a major scene, but I'd rather just skip altogether and go to the final scene.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more like
Once
way
half
too
the players
far.
have done major scenes, you can skip to the climax at any point.
Yeah,
So-
Yeah, let's do that.
I'd rather just because my poor husband has to go to sleep and I don't want to be.
Yeah, no, that's fair. We
Oh,
were
also
like,
we're at an
here a
hour.
little later than expected. This game
Oh,
always
yeah.
takes longer than I expect it to. Every
Yeah.
time.
So let's cut the recording while we think about take a quick break.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
It's been an hour, and think about what we want the final scene to be. And by we, I mean all of you, and not me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in the climax scene, all of us must be present. We all have to place a bid.
I could technically be Epsilon.
Have people already stopped recordings? I thought we could just get it done.
I
on this.
stopped it.
Already
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Sorry.
been
Oh, I
going for
stopped
an
it. Yeah,
hour.
sorry.
Well, we can
Yeah.
just immediately resync and keep going.
Okay.
Anyway, kaboom. Bennies everywhere.
There's,
Oh, no.
There's a Benny, there's a
explosions
Benny.
everywhere. There's the ship is breaking apart. Like Oh man, it's.
All of the Yvette clones are
Are we
dying.
still attached? Are we still attached to the comet?
I think we are, as
Yeah.
it's rocketing towards
We're
the
gonna-
sun.
Yeah.
We're gonna rocket into the sun. That's my contribution to this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
me
so
too.
we're at the
Team
finale.
effort.
We're at the climax of the movie.
We're
Everyone
getting
must place a
too
bid.
close. We're getting too close to the sun.
Okay, I'm going to bid my cannons at the ready, first of all, ready to blast away at the engines if it should try to detach. And maybe also blast away at anybody who should try to escape, because, you know, this whole situation has kind of gotten a little weird, and it would probably be for the best if it all just went into the sun. I feel
I
like
did nothing wrong in
Killer
this
doesn't really
situation.
understand what's going on anymore and has decided, well,
I'm an innocent bystander, god damn it.
well, find an escape pod and be good at flying.
Oh.
My opening bid is the Immortal Benny clones.
That does make sense.
How many do we have? Could we construct a bridge?
667.
A space bridge out of Benny's.
My my opening bid is my lair, which is hidden and hostile to intruders.
Good.
My opening bid will be an unexpected ally.
Okay. My raise is the police car crashed into the dining hall.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
I know I'm good, so anyone else going once, going twice? Any reasons?
Oh, I got some ways.
We all have to put something in, right?
Yes,
Mhm,
you
at
bid
least
that
one.
the space station's
trying
gonna crash
to-
into the sun.
Okay, that's what I'll put then.
Yeah.
Good, excellent.
I thought that was your opening bid.
Hooray.
I didn't know if that counted.
It totally counts. Okay.
Who's next to raise?
I don't hear any second bids.
Oh. Sorry, I'm bidding my secondary hidden power that I forgot. I wrote it down, but I haven't said it to y'all yet. But I took it during that one solo scene where I evolved, which is that I can turn into mist now, like a Dracula.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice
Okay.
work. Space
What could have inspired that idea?
Wow.
Dracula.
I did it for you.
I can't believe you turned into a Dracula.
I can't believe you've always been a Dracula.
I know.
All right, do we have any further bids?
I bid a reason to fight.
Nice. Alrighty, do we have any further bids?
Anyone else?
What was your first bid, Riley? Because you didn't write it down.
An unexpected ally.
An unexpected ally. A reason to fight. We're gonna crash into the sun. Cannons at the ready. And immortal Benny clones.
Anyone else gonna raise?
No.
I have nothing else to raise. I'm good. I think my
Okay.
my bid is good on a clever perspective.
I bid a reason to die.
We're gonna get onto that police car with all of our Benny clones and fly away. And this will definitely not get us shot down.
Well, I mean, I think I'm gonna vote for Spade with that last secondary bid of a reason to die, because that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm excited about this ally too. I think I'm gonna vote for Spade.
I think that means Spade takes it.
Yeah, I was also gonna vote for.
All right, Spade, tell us how the movie ends.
All right. So, we're on a crash course for a star. That's very unfortunate. However, what is fortunate is that Spade's gang and a bunch of starships are now coming forth, and they attach grappling hooks with the ships and start trying to pull the ship out of the gravity of the star. So that would be my unexpected ally. Unfortunately, it's not enough. So a reason to fight is that Spade's going to start cutting off the, like the stations and stuff.
The struts that hold it to the comet.
Yeah. And of course, that's not going to be enough. So Because you can only have so much of a gang when you get thrown into prison so unceremoniously. So instead, he's gonna stand outside on the comet. He's gonna take those knuckles into his hands, and he's gonna slam the station out and separate the comet forcefully. And that's just enough to get the station out of orbit as the comet now falls to the sun star.
Is Spade still on the comet?
Yep, a reason to die.
Oh no!
Dang.
Spade becomes
Okay.
the sun.
I have a reason for Killer to not interfere with all of this. I think, like, as soon as there is sufficient level of explosion for it to become clear that, wait a minute, all these, like, people swarming out look awfully identical to each other. And it's just all the Benny clones, all the immortal Benny clones have convinced Killer to sway their trigger finger from the cannons at the ready, because if Benny is in the clone machine, then Epsilon
Cleo's gone.
clone machine. So I think at that point, Killer just kind of like nods to nobody in particular, and then just kind of warps off into space to appear again in some other great question mark movie. They're fucking Boba Fett. They suck. Bye. That's it. That's it.
I still don't know who Boba Fett is.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
He sucks.
It's a minor character from Star Wars.
I always get him confused with Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
He's
Similar
got a bodyguard
signs.
one time.
And the other good Star Wars character is the jazz singer. Oh, sorry, jizz singer.
Jizz
So
Whaler.
what happens to Ambrose?
Oh.
So, okay. I have an idea about this. So, Ambrose is pretty bummed out because, like, the progenitors of my race did just get shot into the sun. That sucked. That's rough. But at least I got to kill my ex. And, like, well, actually, no, I didn't really accomplish anything because that cloning technology is still around and it's been used to make.
Can't kill Benny's fast enough.
God damn it! I really fucked this one up.
I can't believe Benny and Spade are the real winners of this game.
So,
Can't you?
so
as
what
long
I'm
as I make it out alive. I mean,
so what I'm playing is so this has always been my plan for my lair, which is hidden and hostile to intruders. Is that my ship, the Iliad, is linked with me. So Killer might be like a little unpleasantly surprised when like Ambrose suddenly shows up
Yeah,
in
I was
one of the
hoping
rooms.
I was hoping that was going to be the consequence of a terrifying inner layer.
Yeah.
I'll probably just be like, oh, contract's done, and probably just hand you a gift wrapped box.
With Epsilon's heart in it from when you tore it out the first time.
No, remember the dicks were requested.
Oh
it's the
yeah,
dick.
that was not what I asked. I don't need a heart.
This
That's
is
true.
this is just like a bouquet of 13 clone dicks, so enjoy it.
Good. Great.
Wow, maybe they should be my new husband.
I've been waiting for you to say that. I do.
Is that how you propose to kill her?
Oh, that's a beautiful
That's a good
epilogue.
ending.
Perfect.
Well, half the cast is dead, but now we have a robot proposes to an alien.
yeah.
Where do the Bennies go?
The Bennies are still on the space station as it's kind of slowly drifting through space now.
That's
actually, I guess
also-
it was taken in by that gang, by Spade's gang.
Oh, that's
oh my
great.
God.
So Benny
That gang is
now
gonna
the
become-
muscle for this gang of outlaws that have a clone, not leader, but like a clone, like enforcer.
You're the
Advisor.
serve bots.
Oh, yes!
God, you did make serve bots. This is the post-credits scene, also of like Benny
Don't
and
you
his new gang, the Jets.
forget about me. Benny and the Jets. There you go.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Or maybe it's Jet and the Bennies. Maybe the
That was-
leader of the pirates is named Jet. Maybe it's Jet and the Bennies.
But does Yvette make it home to Cassandra and her dogs?
Yeah, and while you were gone, Yvette's wife gave birth to triplets, and now it's like wacky music
don't want
as you go on, and
kids,
it's
they
like
just want more dogs. They
Cassandra's
just
one
want
of
more
the.
dogs.
Cassandra's one of the gang. She's one of the to rescue.
Oh, okay.
Spade
Yeah, one of the
Diamond.
gangs
that was-
Benny is
that
now
was-
part of. The
And that was like her spin-off story that she was on a mission to rescue.
Sorry.
Yeah,
So
she like had to
Cassandra was joining a
convince them.
gang, and oh shit, it's a better movie. I still don't know if there were. I still like the idea that Yvette is kind of this Nurse Joy situation, where there's just
And Cassandra's
couple-
Officer Jenny.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that sounds
Do
good.
do they all have an individual pairing that's just identical, or is there some Jennies and some Joys?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I like
We'll
Arden.
get to that in the extended universe, the
yeah,
novelization.
This is a species that we'll explain later.
Arden.
Yes.
I want to say for the record that about like 3/4 of the way through the first recording, I realized, like, oh, shoot, Ambrose is totally the type that Killer would get a crush on. And I was like, that's fine. That'll probably never get addressed. But
You invited me on here. How did you think I wasn't going to end up shipping my character with anybody? Like,
no,
that's what I do.
no,
I
I'm
turned 6 Feet Under into a dating sim.
no, that's literally yeah. Like,
It's my
good.
job.
It is.
Like, yes, good. I
When
mean,
y'all invite me somewhere, I show up.
God bless us, everyone.
We gotta get you on to Fellowship so Friar Pan can have a longer fling.
Please,
God.
I'll play anything.
I'm gonna have Yuria just bonk you over a bunch.
Listen, he's had some instability. He deserves a more committed relationship. God damn it! He's been working on himself. He's ready.
Do you want to play as a harpy? We're about to go meet some pirate space
Oh,
pirate
yeah.
harpies soon.
Oh yeah.
We should
spoil-
end the podcast.
Yeah, oh, shit.
Oh, we should do the epilogue then.
Spoilers.
We just did the epilogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
You're the only
anything
one
else?
who hasn't, I think.
Have we
Oh
ended
well, I
the
have one
recording?
last thing.
No, we haven't. Okay.
Go for
On
it.
Killer's space radio, he hears one final scene. I'm back, baby!
That's like
like-
the stinger.
Yeah, that's the very final post-credits
The
scene.
post-credit scene, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, there was something we said earlier, and I want to make sure it's canon before we advertise it at all. Did Benny's uniform have heels?
Let's say it did.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
It did
Epsilon
now.
got to pick, then yes.
got it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it did.
We all had heels.
Yeah, and
Okay.
shoulder pads.
Oh, okay,
Every last
so-
one of us.
So my tweet was correct when I said this is the first actual play podcast where everyone has heels.
Good. Yes.
And we all were heels. It all.
Again, you call it gamer PC, but all I could picture in my brain was Barbie and the Rockers. I don't know why. Just Barbies in space,
That's good.
and then they're in a band.
Good night, folks.
Good night, folks. Thanks for listening to our
That's
live
Final
stream.
Bid. Hope you want to pay for it now. Thanks.
Yes, one final
Kickstarter.
reminder. You can go to Kickstarter and you'll find... Well, you can go to tinyurl.com/finalbidks to go to the Final Bid Kickstarter, which is currently 50% funded, and I would like to get the other 50% within the next week. That'd be cool. So I can get art for this and eat food and things. That's I like eating.
Yeah, that's good.
Paying rent is also very good.
Woo.
All right.
Obviously, it's
fun.
fun.
I had a good time, everybody.
Yeah, this was a blast.
I hope
Yeah.
y'all have a good night.